Let me quickly build a simple union in TIBCO data virtualization. So actually in my system, I got two databases that contain my customer data, one being the CRM system, which is in this case a SQL Server database, one being my sales support system, being a Postgres database in my sample. So I want to combine data from those two systems. So I already created the base table. So I've got my people CRM data and my people sales data that are the basic views that are derived from those two databases. So I've got separate views for both elements. So now I want to combine them to have one union view across all those both systems. So to do so, the only thing to do is go to your folder, create new, go to a new view. And this view is going to be my union people data view. So adding that one. So I got my basic view. So let's start with my people CRM view. Add that one here. So I'm going to over to grid. I'm going to select all the fields. Of course, I could leave it with the asterisks here. Wouldn't be a big deal. I personally like that way. So I could make changes to fields as well. So let me save that one. So we got the base table. So going back in here, we can run it. We see we get the base table from that record set. So actually in here, we could now go to my scratch pad here. So I got my union people data. So let's just set a count against that database. So I've got 503 records in here. So let's get back to my view. So I now want to add people sales data to the same view, even if it's a different database. To do so, I right-click the background, select Add Union, right-click it again, select Add Union again. So that's the way to union those two data tables. So in here, I got my first table, as you remember. So we had the first data in here. So we got a second one in here. So let me open up that one again. So let me go up. So there's my structure. So there we go. You see it on here. So we can click on there. So there we go. So that's the people CRM data. So in here, I want to add people sales data. So we're going to take people sales, drag and drop it into the second union. Again, I can open it up here. There's my table set. So I can go to grid again. Do the same thing here again. I don't like the asterisks too much, so I'm going to select the table. So it's in here. So I got all those elements. Let me save that one again. Go back to the model, right click in the background, up, and there's my unit element. So now I can go to the SQL statement as well. So in here, I see my SQL statement, my select for both tables, the union all. So that's the combined view of all my data. So again, I can save it. So now I got my union view. Remember, we had 503 records in here before. So now I added that second table in here. So if you run it again, we now at 1032 because we're running against those two things. So at the end, what it does, if I move back to my union people data in here, let's go to the model. I can go to the execution plan as well. So in here, I see my execution plan, fetching data in here from my Postgres database, fetching data from my SQL Server database, and then building the union on top of those two independent data sets. That's the easy way how to define a union in TDB.